Horrible. Absolutely horrible performance by Juventus. The game finishes there. Como 2, Juventus 0. We've lost to a lake. We've lost to Loot Lake FC. Como destroyed us. They humiliated us. They made us look like a second division team. And we were dreadful. From minute 1 to minute 90, not a clue in the world. We were like a feather dancing in a hurricane. What's that quote from Spectre before Mr. White dies? He tells Mr. Bond, you're like, what is it? A feather dancing in the wind, dancing in a hurricane, dancing in a storm. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's us. We just float from one place to another place. No control. We have no control of the situation. I mean, look at today's game. We're going to analyze this game fully, right? But what point in that game did we look like a serious team? At what point in that game did we look like a competent team that can win the Scudetto? For me, not once. Yes, we had a little spell in the last 15, 20 odd minutes of the first half. But 15 minutes out of a 90-minute game is unacceptable. That's a quarter. You cannot play well for 25% of a match and expect to win a league title or compete. Forget win. Compete for a league title. It is October and we're out of the Scudetto race. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm being realistic. I really am. The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a top 4 race once again. Once again, we're in a top 4 race. And it's October. Last year, we were out of the title race in October. This year, we've matched it. We've matched it this year, back to back. I cannot believe this. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're so close to 10k subs. Like the video if you enjoyed. Share it to some friends. Comment below your thoughts on the game. But let's just dive into this one. Because right now, my head is on Mars, boys. My head is hot. I'm hot-headed right now. We look at... You can look at the stats. We had more ball possession. We had 15 total shots. That's all rubbish. Who cares? They put the ball in the back of the net twice. We couldn't. As I said, we started the game like a Mickey Mouse team. We started the game tired. Right? We woke up 10 minutes ago. Like the players didn't sleep last night or something. Like there were fireworks going off outside our hotel or something like that. Because they were on top. Now, their goal came straight away within the first 3 minutes. What was it? Their goal came in the 4th minute. How can you concede a goal from a corner on the 4th minute, bro? And I know it wasn't a direct corner because they played it short. Nico Paz, look, we're going to talk about Paz in a second. I will praise him because he obviously deserves it. But he puts in a wonderful ball. But this is the problem. We're marking zonally again. How can you mark zonally in 2025? I hate this modern day nonsense defending. Marking zonally on corners. It screwed us against Villarreal with Vega's goal. Marking zonally again. Don't mark zonally. Mark man to man. Serious teams mark man to man. Because then you can point out, you're at fault if you lose your man. If you mark zonally, nobody's got a clue in the world. Zonal marking is rubbish. It's nonsense. It's fairy tale. It doesn't exist. Don't mark zonally. We mark zonally. And a man, who is this guy? Kempf. Guys are talking about Kempf. I swear this guy used to play for Leverkusen or something in the Bundesliga. I remember this guy packing him on FIFA 19. He was dead. This guy has a free, not even a header, a free tap-in, 2 yards off the goal line. How's that possible? Between Gatti and Kalulu, nobody knows. No, not Gatti, sorry. Rogani and Kalulu, nobody knows what they're doing. What's Di Gregorio doing? Not commanding his box again. Never commands his box. I'm not saying he should have come out necessarily, but command your box, bro. Man to man. Forget what the coach says. Man to man. In the game. It's lucid. You have to be lucid. John Terry said this himself. Even if, when the game's going rough, and this is the first 4 minutes, right? You don't want to concede a sloppy goal. Just see out the first 10, 15 minutes away at home at Como. See it out. No. What the players should be doing is thinking for themselves. Actually, let's mark man to man on set pieces. We should have learned our lesson after Villarreal. Even if Tudor's like, no, we have to mark zonally. In that moment, be lucid. Locatelli, the captain, say no. We got to be strong defensively. We can't concede a goal so early on. We concede too many goals from set pieces. We cannot defend set pieces. We need to work on set pieces in training and mark man to man for the last time. After the goal, we had a little bit more momentum, to be fair. I thought overall, since the goal, we were the better team in the first half. But we didn't take our chances. We didn't take our chances at all. We were sloppy. We had so many clear-cut chances with Thuram, with David, with Yildiz. And the problem is, what did we do going into the second half? We capitulated again. Complete capitulation. We didn't turn up in the second half. We didn't turn up. We showed them too much respect. We didn't continue the good form we were going into half time with. We took our foot off the gas. How can you take your foot off the gas when you're 1-0 down, bro? How can you take your foot off the gas when you're 1-0 down? Someone tell me, please. Someone tell me, because right now I'm losing my mind. I don't understand why we took our foot off the gas. We were going in good form. We slowed down the rhythm. We show too much respect to Como. We let them have the ball. We don't bring the game to them. Pin them back, bro. Pin them back. They're not an excellent team. They're a decent Serie A side. They got a couple matter of fact, they got one standout player. One. And then, bro, what do? We don't make subs. Actually, let's just get into the lineup because right now I'm losing my chain of thought. So first thing I want to know is we played a 4-3-3. As I have called for many, many times. Matter of fact, I prefer the 4-2-3-1 system, but 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, they're tangible systems. The problem with the 4 back, right, is you're playing with 2 centre-halves in Kelly and Rogani that aren't top-level centre-backs. Without Bremer there, we're struggling, bro. We got no back. We're like a kitchen apron. There's nothing behind. Do you understand? We're weak. We're fragile. We're like glass. You just hit it and it cracks. That's the problem. I thought Rogani today wasn't great. Kelly was a little bit better, but these two together, this isn't a title-winning defence. But we're going to get into the Mercato decisions later. Kalulu right back. Now, I want to make this very, very clear. You bought me João Mario. You got rid of Alberto Costa. Bizarre decision. Bizarre decision in the summer. Alberto Costa was coming into his own at the end of the season, playing well in the Club World Cup. Good fullback, hella energy. I like to call him the human Lucasade bottle, up and down the flank, work hard. Didn't really have much of a head, but he was still young. He'd grown up with time. But you bring me João Mario, okay, you bring me João Mario. A guy that Porto fans did not rate. A guy that Porto fans were saying, yeah, thank you for taking him. So already I was like, oh my days, who have we brought in? Just picture this, boys. Paint a picture. Igor Tudor plays a 4-back and a 5-back. How can he prefer to play Kalulu in the right wing-back role and the right-back role when he's a centre-back over João Mario, who's a natural wing-back / full-back? How is that possible? So this just tells me that we signed him without actually concurring with the coach. We just signed him for the sake of signing him. Why? Why do we do that swap deal anyway? Why? Little Plus Valenza, 5 million they gave us, 3 million. How can we not play a natural fullback in a fullback position and play a right back over him? And now people are going to tell me, well, Kalulu played right back with Motta last year. I don't care. Kalulu's not a right back. Kalulu can't play fullback. He's not quick enough. His final delivery is not good. He cannot cross a ball. He's a centre back. Play Kalulu here where Rogani is. Don't play him out wide. You have to try and get a value from João Mario. You have to try and get something out of this footballer. He's a fullback. He has to play in his natural position. I'm not saying he's elite. I'm not saying he's going to be world class. But we have to value him. We have to see what this guy's on. We have to see what he's about. But we never play him there. And you bring him on. What time did he bring him on? 83rd minute, bro. Come on, man. Be serious now. Midfield, bro. Midfield was whack today. Thuram missed chances. You can't miss that chance one-on-one in the box that he put wide. You have to hit the target there. Locatelli was all over the place today. He looked weak. He wasn't dictating the tempo of the game. Oftentimes, when we had possession, it switched to a free back anyway, and Cambiaso would invert. Locatelli would play as a centre-back. What's all that about? He was so adamant on this Locatelli build-up. But today, it didn't work. It didn't work today. He was way off it today. And Koopmeiners actually thought he was decent in the first half, one of our better players, putting a great cross, to be fair, to David, which was disallowed for offside. It was actually quite close. That was really good from Koopmeiners. I didn't expect him to put in such a good cross. Covered the most ground in the first half. I don't know if he covered the most ground overall today, but he didn't make the difference in the final third. Do you understand? Then the attack to me, Kenan was good in the first half. Kenan was sick in the first half. Every time he was on the ball, he was trying to create problems, trying to create danger. Second half, I think he touched the ball 5 times. We didn't play it on him. But let me tell you something. How about this, guys? I'm gonna break it down for everyone real simple. Kenan isn't a left winger. Kenan can play there and he can do good there, but his natural position is in the 10, behind the striker. Kenan needs to play in that Cole Palmer role, that Jamal Musiala role. You need to give him the freedom, bro, to express himself. You need to give him the freedom, bro, to create what he wants to create in the half space. Man, I'm putting him left wing. How can you put him left wing? He can't play left wing. I'll tell you why he can't play left wing, because he has to press too much from the front. He has to defend too much. He has to defend too much because Cambiaso always attacks. So he has to do so much defensive work. We lose him in the final third sometimes. Kenan is one of them players where you sacrifice the running because you know he's going to win you a game. Like Ronaldo was at United. You know he's not going to press. You know he's not going to track back. But he's going to win us the game. 4-2-3-1. Put him in the 10. Do you understand what I'm trying to say right now, boys? Jonathan David today. Decent first half. Disappeared in the second half. Same as Conceição. Conceição, we know he can't play more than 50 minutes anyway. So Conceição playing pretty much a full 90 or a full 90. It's long anyway. Boys, I switched this game off after the 83rd minute. I'll be so real. This is the first Juventus game where I just switched off after the 83rd. I couldn't do it anymore. It was too disappointing. I was too frustrated. I was too upset. And the substitutions. Oh my, how can you make your first sub? What is it, 77th minute? How can you make a first sub in a 77th minute, bro? And you bring me on McKennie and Vlahovic. But you got Vlahovic and Openda on the bench. You're 1-0 down at this point. You're 1-0 down. You got over 100 million in attack on the bench. You throw them both on. Conceição can't play more than 50 minutes. David was way off it. You bring them on together. You bring on McKennie for Koopmeiners. What world is that going to change anything? McKennie's not a creative player. There's no creativity in the midfield. Your two most creative players realistically are, that were available today, Kenan, Conceição's not really creative, and Adzic. Kenan and Adzic, because Zagrova wasn't fit. He was injured, isn't it? But bring on Adzic then. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Bring on Adzic. Play him off wide. Play Yildiz in the 10. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's the wrong system. The system doesn't exist. The tactics aren't there. I don't get what's going on right now. You have the players. They're not world class. In fact, they're very, very, most of them are average. But the team cannot not get top 4. This is what I'm saying. We invest summer upon summer. There is something wrong. But the problem is we invest in the wrong positions. We needed a centre-back this summer. The centre-back was the main point of focus. The main reference point. We needed Leone. You didn't buy Leone for 30 million. For whatever reason. We needed to sign a centre-back. Whether that be Laporte. On a cheap deal from Saudi. Who'd be our best centre-half. Now because Bremer's injured. Whether that be Del Prato from Parma. Who's a very good centre-back option. Whether that be Mosquera. Who went to Arsenal. Or Kivior. We could have signed. No, we didn't make a single move. Whether that's bringing back Dean. We didn't make a move. Zabani, we didn't make a move. We didn't make a move on anyone. Why? Bizarre. But it's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. Your centre-back options are Bremer, who just came back from an ACL tear, so he wasn't guaranteed fitness. And look, he had surgery again. So we don't even have Bremer. We got Rugani, we got Kelly, we got Kalulu, and we got Gatti. 4 centre-backs. None of these guys are elite/great. None of them. They're all average. No disrespect. They are average centre-halves. They're not centre-halves that are going to win you a title. They're not centre-halves that are going to win you matches or win you or make you even compete. Do you get what I'm saying? We needed a midfielder as well. The midfield was weak. You got rid of Douglas Luiz. Okay, you wanted to get rid of Dougie. Fine. Made that decision. He's been decent at Forest. You didn't replace him. You needed another midfielder in there. But you bought Conceição on a permanent. You bought David, Zagrova and Openda. 4 attackers. Why? You could have sacrificed easily one of those attackers. Leave Openda where he was, for example. Or leave one of them. It doesn't matter. I just said Openda because of the money that we have to pay on him. It's a lot of money. You could have bought me Leone for that price. I think he was even cheaper. Every Juventus fan would have rather that. It would have made way more sense. And now we're in this predicament where the squad is thin. The squad is thin, bro. The squad is thin, bro. Miretti's hurt. Zagrova's hurt. Bremer's hurt. We took a massive gamble and it didn't pay off. And so far, we've been riding our luck this season. We started off strong, first 2-3 games. After the Inter game, I was on the hype train. I was like, yeah, this is going to be the year. We're going to fight for the Scudetto. I think that every season. Even when we had Allegri, Pirlo, whoever, Motta. Every season, I'm optimistic. I think we're going to win the Scudetto. Now, we're in a title. Forget the title race. We're in a top 4 charge, bro. We're in a top 4 charge. I mean, look at the table. Let's look at the table. We're in 6th, bro. With Como winning against us today, we're tied on points with them. If Atalanta beat Lazio, who have been pretty poor this season, they're going to go above us. If Bologna beat Cagliari, let's be real, they probably will, they're going to go above us. We're going to be 8th. 8th, bro. It's not possible. 4 points off the top if AC Milan win. But the thing is, it's not about the points. It's about the way we're playing. The way we're playing, we're pushing for Champions League. But you got too many good teams this year in the Serie A. You got too many. You got Roma, Napoli, Inter, AC Milan. So far, they've been the 4 best teams. You got Como pushing. You got Atalanta still there. You got even a Bologna that's not going to be easy. Lazio will climb the table eventually. It's going to be a tough Serie A season. And then looking in the following games, I mean, this one here, is there much point? Like, I don't want to be pessimistic, but is there much point even playing this match against Madrid? Seriously, bro. If we play like we did today against Madrid, what result are we going to get? What result are we going to get at the Bernabeu? We're going to get beat. We're going to get humiliated. It's bad enough the amount of rubbish that us Juventus fans are taking from rival fans in the last 5 years. I'm getting bantered by everyone because I live in England. I'm getting bantered by Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, United even. United fans are coming at me. How can they come at me? But they are. This game here is not going to be good because all eyes are going to be on this game on Wednesday because it's a massive game. Real Madrid, Juventus, 2 big clubs fighting. It's not playing like this. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well, bro. It's not going to end well. Then we got Lazio. Lazio's tough. Udinese, Cremonese, they've been good this season. Champions League, yeah, we're not. I'll be real. Champions League, we're not even going to make the play-ins playing like this. We don't have enough points on the board. Overall today, their tactics weren't there, non-existent. Squad selection again was poor, in my opinion. Subs were way off it, way too late. You can't make subs that late, bro. And I understand we were playing decent at the end of the first half, but start of the second half we were poor. So you can't make the excuse. Yeah, but we continued that good form in the first half. That's why I didn't make change. We were dead. We were dead in the whole second half. We weren't there. It was non-existent. On them, first of all, Diego Carlos, I thought he had a great first half. This guy here, I hadn't seen this guy kick a football since the Europa League final when Sevilla beat Inter. Real ones remember that one. 5 years ago in 2020 that was. And this guy was a beast on FIFA back then as well. So I saw this guy. Me and my dad were like, that's Diego Carlos. I didn't even know he was at Como. Guy was sick in the first half. But obviously, we have to highlight Paz, man of the match, goal and an assist. He's world class, bro. He's world class. 21 years of age. I'll be real. I love Kenan. That's my guy. But today, the best young player on the pitch, or the best player on the pitch, was Paz. We have to be honest. And that goal we took, it was beautiful. But even there, Cambiaso, you're my guy. But you know he's going to chop in on his left. Come on, bro. You know, everyone knows he's going in on his left. But you got to defend that better. But still, Paz, nothing but credit. One of the best midfielders in Europe right now. The world is at his feet. This kid is something special, and we know that. But you had to create a gabbia around him. You had to create a little gel. You had to be wary of this going into the game. Isolate Paz. Isolate him. We didn't do that. We let him have ridiculous amount of touches on the ball. He had complete freedom. Look, but this is what I'm saying. Paz is playing behind the striker. That's where Kenan should be playing, not off the left, where he has to do so much defensive work, so much pressing, so much running. It's the wrong decisions, boys. It's the wrong decisions. For me, today was disappointing. For me, it was a completely disappointing performance from Juventus. It wasn't the Juventus, but I say it wasn't the Juventus I recognise, but to be honest, I haven't been able to recognise us recently. My head is still that we're a massive global club, which we are historically, but in recent years, boys, we can't say we've been one of the best teams. We can't. And unfortunately, it's not improving. I've seen a couple of people saying Tudor out, but guys, let me ask you something. I don't think Tudor is world class. I don't think Tudor will win us a league title. I don't. He's very inexperienced for a coach. Tactically, he's not there. He's not one of the best coaches in the world. We know this. But who's available? Guys, there's no one available. People say Zidane. Zidane wants the French national team job. And Zidane needs world-class players. We haven't seen Zidane at a different club. I mean, who are we going to get? Maybe Ange? Maybe Ange was sacked now by Forest. Maybe Ange. I don't know. But guys, horrible performance by Juventus. I'm super frustrated, super upset, super disappointed. Every negative emotion you can think of. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about the game. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're so close to 10k subs. Yeah, my boys. I'll see you in the next one though. Sempre forza Juve, but next game against Madrid, it's rough.